What's up, everybody? It's your man Stephen Bardo coming back at you with another edition of Point Guard Vision. I'm your point guard, and I assist student athletes like you and your parents in maximizing the sports experience. This video, we're going to wrap up being comfortable with being uncomfortable. So we do a topic and we do 4 videos with each topic, and this is the last one. And I wanted to share my professional basketball experience with you all because a lot of times I see that young people all think that they're going to get to the NBA, all 2 million of you who play high school basketball, or even 10% of that number that play college basketball, all of you thinking you're going to get to the NBA. That's not possible, and that's not going to happen. I want to share my experience to show you that you can enjoy a 10-year professional basketball career like I did, but there's various stops. So the NBA has a continuum. So after the regular season, you have a mini camp in the spring, you have the summer league in the summer, obviously, and the veterans camp in the fall. I was in all continuums of the NBA. So I played with Dallas, Detroit, and San Antonio of the NBA. I played in Italy, Spain, France, Germany, Venezuela, and Japan overseas. But what you don't know is that I was cut, waived, or released 16 times from the NBA. I'll say that again. I was cut, waived, or released 16 times from the NBA, yet I enjoyed a 10-year professional basketball career. Now you say, well, how does that happen? Well, the continuum that I was talking about, sometimes I wouldn't get asked back to a free agent camp. Sometimes I didn't get asked back to a summer league. And there were times in a veterans camp when I didn't make the opening day roster. And even there's a D-Day in the NBA, January 10th. If you make it to January 10th, your guaranteed contract lasts whether they cut you or not. Twice I got called into the office January 9th and was released. And so I was released without the remainder of my salary. So the reason I share this with you is because if you're going to be an NBA player, if you're going to be a player overseas, if you're going to be a hedge fund manager, if you're going to be a movie director or an entrepreneur, whatever it is, you're probably not going to get there the first time. You probably won't get there the 5th time. It may take you 10 times, or it may take you 16 times, like it did for me, to find out that my NBA wasn't necessarily here in the United States. My NBA ended up being in Japan, where I played my last 4 seasons and I won multiple championships. And the last game that I played as a professional, I walked off as a champion. I'm very proud of that. Now, when I look back on that, would I prefer to be in the NBA 10, 12 years? Of course. But that wasn't my path. And what I'm explaining to you all is that it may not be your path either. So whatever path that you're on, you're going to have to understand that you may not make it the first time. It may take you 5 or 10 times to get to where you want to be. It took me 16 times to figure out that my NBA was actually in Japan. And so don't get discouraged. Develop thick skin and a supreme belief in what you're doing, and you can get to wherever you want to be. You just may not be able to get there the first time. I love your feedback. I love your questions. People are starting to get into this community. It's a great thing. I want to hear from you. So email me at stephen@stephenbardo.com. That's stephenbardo.com. Shout out to Perspectives High School in Bolingbrook, where I'll be this week speaking to the youngsters. Shout out to Oak Lawn last week and DePaul Prep as well. I've got a great job in terms of speaking to you all when I come out to your schools and also via video. So please make sure you send in your questions and comments. And until next time, holla!